that's one of those games we just got beat. They came out, swung the bats obviously very well. Porcello was tough on us. Made some good pitches. He had the sinker working really well. You don't read into too much of that game other than they just came out and beat us. There weren't a ton of positives. I guess the one glaring positive was Luke Maley's first hit. That was pretty exciting for all of us to get to experience that. I know some of his family was in the stands, so that was special for all of us. As far as Matt Moore is concerned, his stuff from the side looked pretty crisp. I think he'd like to have a couple pitches back, but if you look at the quality of the stuff and take away maybe where the location was on some of them, there's some positives to be pulled from that. So that's it.
Is that the main reason why he went out there in the fourth and then the fifth after he was struggling the first few?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Matt is competing this year, but we got to do our due diligence in getting him ready for next year. And when I say don't get that confused with anything other than just that, but once the game separated itself a little bit, his innings are very valuable to him and to us going forward, and we need to continue to build him up. He felt fine, he felt good, and he wanted back out there. So we're happy that he did. I mean, he's a competitor. He continues to compete, even when it doesn't always go the way you'd like for him. He continues to go out there and compete.
How much does it play into that decision as well, that your offense is performing so well that you get down in a game and it's not like the game's immediately over?
Well, we don't ever think anything's immediately over, but you also have to be smart with. I mean, we got a lot of guys that are everyday guys that are playing constantly, and if there's an opportunity to get them off their feet, we're going to do that because we ask a lot of them on a daily basis. If those 3-4 innings gaps come where it's separated like it is, we're gonna get some guys off their feet.
Going back to Matt for a second, do you have to face a trade-off here where you decide how important it is to get him his innings, but you keep running him out there? I mean, obviously the result.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of all of the above. I mean, there definitely is. There's a lot of importance to get his innings in. We want him. He wants him to be quality innings, and obviously we all want success for him. Tonight was just one of those games that, like I said, we're not reading too much into it. Red Sox came out and had some good at bats, and hit a couple balls that left the ballpark.
Is it too early to say if he'll make his next start? I mean,
he'll make his next start. Yeah.
And did Souza come out of the game for any?
He simply came out just because with his rehab, get him off his feet, and that allows him to get him back out there tomorrow to play. Had he stayed out there, we probably would have been contemplating DHing him tomorrow, but we'd rather have his defense out there. Just got him off his feet.
I know you said the other day you didn't want to see it, but you played with Ortiz, you know him as a person, for him to reach that 500 milestone.
Yeah, pretty special, man. I mean, I obviously 500 home runs, that puts you in elite class, but just the person David has been in that organization, the way he treats everybody, it's a special moment for him. I know he's going to enjoy it with his buddies over there. Obviously, you don't like to see it done against your club, but saying that, it's pretty special.
Franklin made a couple of good plays at short. He gave that ball a good ride there at the end. What have you seen since he came back up?
He did make some nice plays. Not a ton, just because he hasn't had that many opportunities. But to Nick's credit, he went down to Durham after a tough month or 2 months here, and he got some stuff ironed out with his swing. He feels a lot better. It's a little tough to see that on a kind of a sporadic basis, but he continues the work ethic and the effort is there, and this is a big month for him to continue that regardless of the amount of at bats he gets. But I mean, it is good to see him barrel up a ball like he did last night in the gap. I wish it would have got in the gap.
And with Moore, he was throwing a lot more strikes tonight, and then Cabby makes there. It was just one of those nights it seemed like where things just weren't going your way.
A little bit. I mean, he did. Matt pounded the strike zone, and that's a positive that you can take out of it. And Cabby's error, that's going to happen. I mean, it becomes shocking when he makes an error. We've talked about it multiple times, but that's because of how good he's been this year.